Good morning. Today is Monday, August the 14th. The time right now in Kuala Lumpur is 9:50 in the morning. Let's do a bit of a recap as to what happened on Wall Street last Friday. We can see equity markets in the States is still basically in holding pattern. I suspect the market is probably going to be doing this for quite some time with a little bit of a bias to the downside. I still believe that we have not seen the end of this move yet. There's a very high likelihood, in my opinion, that the market may actually drift lower in the coming days. We can see that the price currently in the micro E-mini Dow futures is closed at 35,328 on Friday. I think the market may actually drift lower towards the 34,760 to even high of 34,900. So this is a bracket of prices which I think the market has a very good chance of coming back down to before it do something else. And so in the meantime, let's watch out for this continuation of a sideways pattern that is developing since the high traded in on July 27. Okay, so in the same thing, the micro E-mini S&P 500 futures, you can see that prices are still trading on the lower end of the range itself after market hit the high of 4,634.5 on July 27. And this market may actually go down to test this key swing low here at 4,411. So there is that possibility of an extended move. Although for the time being, the market has hit my target here, but I do believe the market is unfolding in the likely five-way down. And if this is the case, maybe we can expect a little bit of a bounce before the market continues southwards to test the 4,411 levels. Okay, and in the micro E-mini Nasdaq 100, we are seeing something very similar that compared to the S&P 500. The market is almost close to my target here at 14,000 or even 15,000 levels. So the low traded so far is 15,037.25 on Friday. And although the market is likely to bounce a little bit, but I still see that the market continuing to go down lower, perhaps to go to my alternate target at 14,850 levels. So continuous loss is expected, in my opinion, here. Over in Asia, we can see that the market actually opened with a gap down this morning in Hong Kong. Currently, market is trading at 18,620 within my bracket target price of 18,576 to 18,829. Of course, this is reference the futures contract. So the market had a low here at 18,000, almost 300 back in July the 7th. Okay, so right now the market is possibly going even to those levels. So in the meantime, keep an eye out for extended losses, although I do expect support to be quite nearby. Okay, in the Shanghai Composite Index, we can see that the market again gapped down and is definitely gunning for the 3,144, which we last saw in June 26. So this market is definitely gaining accelerating to the downside, especially if it does take out the 3,144, which looks very, very likely here. So now do watch out for further losses in the Chinese equity markets. This morning, we'll also see a similar move in the Japanese equity market. The Nikkei 225 futures is currently trading at 32,290 from a high last week of 32,810. So this market did not quite get into my ideal bracket prices, in which I think the market may come under selling interest. That level is 32,800 to 33,000 even, and the market has already moved quite a fair bit away from this target price. So there is that possibility we may not even get there. So in the meantime, if this is the case here, there is that likelihood the market will resume its decline from 33,470 to well below 31,660. So again, overall, we are looking at bearishness in Asia markets for now. And over in currency markets, the dollar remains pretty well beat. And we can see the dollar index futures is already trading this morning at 102.75. And this is going to continue to see prices edging a little bit higher to test the 103.23 high that we saw on June the 30th. So again, the dollar is basically recovering, but the key level to watch will be this level of 103.23. And in the euro dollar, we can see that the market looks a little bit weak on the face of a strong and resurging dollar. Going forward, I do expect the market to go down below 109 12 to perhaps to test the 108.35 to 109 levels. Okay, sterling also looks weak in the face of a resurging dollar. The sterling actually managed to rebound to 128.19 thereabout without getting into my bracket prices of 128.80 to 129.40. So prices does looks like it's going to take out the 126.20 over time, and let's see what kind of reaction we get, because there's a pivot low here at 125.90. So not a lot of space left if you have not already sold. So I do not think that this is a good level to do anything, both for buying and selling. Okay, in the Aussie market, we can see that Aussie continue to lose ground, and this morning we see the price is already below the 65-cent level, and I've always maintained my target at 64 cents, and I think this level is quite doable, and let's watch how it behaves. Now dollar yen is interesting. Dollar yen this morning has actually flirted with the 145 levels, which we last seen at the end of June. And remember, 145 is a very, very key levels, because the Bank of Japan is definitely watching this level like a hawk. The last time the market actually came here, the market within the intraday levels dropped from 145 down all the way to 140. So that was a 400 points move within just a single day. So are we going to see something similar? So if the market believe that there is no intervention by the Bank of Japan, they may actually want to take this market a bit higher to 146 to 148. But let's watch out from here onwards. It's going to get very hairy, because an intervention by the Bank of Japan can be very, very disruptive. Okay, so do watch out for any kind of signs of intervention. In dollar Canadian here, right, we can see that the dollar Canadian may actually see a three-way pullback from 135 and all the way below 133.70 towards hopefully 133 to 133.40 levels. So I do expect to see a three-way pullback in the dollar Canadian going forward. And in energy markets, we can see the energy markets has basically peaked possibly at $84.89 in the WTI futures contract traded on the New York Mercantile Exchange. So right now it is still very well bid, because prices are still basically trading very, very firmly within the rising channel here. So unless we see a break below the bottom of the rising channel, the market may looks at least for now, looks to be very well supported. But if we do have a breach of the support in the rising channel, the immediate target will be at $78.70. And if this do not hold, ideally I want to see prices back to $76 or even as low as $74. I am still a buyer going forward, but right now I have no position. I'm just waiting for a more sensible price to get back into the market on the long side. In precious metal, we can see that the gold prices are still losing ground. As we are speaking this morning, we have a marginal low here at $1,909. Now, the last time we saw prices hanging around 1900 levels, the market actually was well supported, although there was a breach here. And the low traded here was actually at the end of June at $1,892.80, which resulted in a massive run up to just under $1,990. And now we are seeing an unraveling of this move, possibly to retest the $1,892.80 low in the spot market here. In silver, we can see that silver is also mimicking what we are seeing in the gold contract itself. Currently, we have a marginal compared to last Friday. This morning low is $22.53, and it does look like it will continue to go lower to test the June low of $22.11. Again, I have no position currently. Oh, sorry, I actually have a long position which I actually bought somewhere here, and the market does not seems to be wanting to go up. So I'm looking for a bounce in the short term, if there's going to be one, to get out of the market and to re-establish my long position at a lower level, ideally around the $22.11. Okay, and over in digital markets, you can see that the digital assets continue to drift lower. Last week we see a bump up in Bitcoin prices to all the way to 30,000, just around the $800 level before it drifted lower. Now the market has already pulled back more than 80%. This morning low we have a 29,454, and the price is back above the 29,500 levels. So it does looks a little bit weak for now. But again, you never know. The turnaround can come very, very fast. So in the meantime, I still maintain a slightly bullish outlook, thinking that the prices may actually go back up to test the 31,900 levels at some point in time. So in the meantime, this is all I have for you, and I'll come back to you tomorrow with another update. Bye bye. Take care.